Good morning and welcome to Muscle Maintenance within Shape Fitness. I'm Coach Kim. I'll be your trainer, and today's level 1 workout is just that. It is an easy energy building total body session that's going to last 15 minutes, and we're going to do the fundamental building block moves of the following, all of the week that we're going to be doing together. So each week, as usual, each day, as usual, we'll get a little more challenging, but today is the most basic of the 6 moves that we're going to be doing for the week. So let's warm up with 2 quick moves. We're going to march in place first, but stand up real tall. Let's shake out the cobwebs. Make sure that your ears are in line with your shoulders. Your tummy muscles are squeezed. Find your glutes. So think about where those glute muscles are. Squeeze those and make sure that you're breathing deeply. In through your nose and out through your mouth. All right, start marching now. Nice and slow, lifting up the knees high, about to the hip level, and swinging your arms forward and back. All right, this gets the blood flow a little bit going in your lower extremities and gets your heart rate up just a little bit. You want to stand, like lift up and sort of pause at the top before you put your foot back down. And the reason I say that is because you want to make sure that the foot that's on the floor has to balance your body weight for just that fraction of a second, all right? Keep your feet straight. Good rule of thumb in general, try to keep your feet straight, facing straight ahead. A few more seconds here. Now pick up the pace a little bit for the last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring your feet together, toes and heels touching, and lift your arms up over your head. Press your palms together. With your hands, you're going to have just a slight bend of the elbow, but you really want to focus on keeping your palms pressed together so that no air could get between them. And then just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Your time starts now. This is called an eye stick. It is nothing more than your breathing, your focus on squeezing, isometrically contracting all of the muscles in your body. So think about the muscles in your legs. Press into the floor with your toes in order to grip the floor. You're going to squeeze your glutes. You're going to squeeze your tummy muscles. Tuck in your tailbone. Squeeze those tummy muscles. Press the palms together. You've got 10 more seconds. This is also really, really good in terms of something called proprioception, which is your awareness of where your body is in space. So just know your body a little bit better. That's one of the things that we try to do at In Shape Fitness is teach you the way that you can exercise better by being more in control of your body during each exercise. That builds a stronger metabolism. It boosts your metabolism ever so more. And as the workouts get harder, that becomes really apparent. The efficiency builds really quickly. Okay, now we're going to start the first set. So this is going to be the instructional set. Listen real closely to the way that I describe each of the exercises and the mechanical adjustments that you can make in order to get a little more out of each of them. All right, the first is a high knee march. So this is going to end up being kind of a kicking position or kicking move that we're going to do later in the week. But today, I really want you to go back to that high knee march and start going now. You're going to swing your arms forward and back, or you can put your hands on your hips and then lift the knees up as high as you can, slowly. All right, time starts now for 30 seconds. Keep the back straight, your chest lifted with your breath, and lift the knees up slowly to hip level or above it, and then press the foot back down into the floor, making sure that you're keeping your feet straight the entire time. Very good. You're doing great. Just keep breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Keep moving slowly. Swing those arms. Move from the position of, understanding that your core, your kinetic energy all comes from your gut. So squeeze those tummy muscles. Keep going. 3 more seconds. 2 and 1. Okay. Now we're going to do something I call like a junior squat. It's a modified squat. So you plant your feet, pinky toes and heels in line, but shoulder width apart. So make sure that your heels line up with the outside of your foot. You do not want to turn your toes out. Now you're going to shift your weight to your heels. You can extend your arms out front for balance, and you're gonna sit down and back into an imaginary chair. All right? Very good. And then pause at the bottom. You don't want to come right back up. You want to pause at the bottom and then come up, squeezing your glutes and pressing into the floor with your heels. That keeps the weight on the back of the leg. And that's what's important here. So let's start the 30 seconds. Your depth is your choice. I would say for a baby squat or a modified junior squat, you're going to go down about 6 or 8 inches, but make sure you're doing it correctly. That's much more important than going down farther. All right, your knees don't want to go past the tips of your toes, and you really want to keep the weight in the back of the leg, the back of the heels, and squeezing your glutes as you come up, and that prevents the thigh muscle from doing all of the work. It's going to do work, and that's okay, but it will do all of the work if you let it, if you don't sort of actively engage the back of the leg. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Okay. Now you're down on the floor. You're down on the floor for the rest of the workout. So, for the rest of the set. So, you're going to do a plank on your hands. All right. And if you need to, you can lower your body to your knees. But the thing you want to do is get down on the floor with your hands right under your shoulders and make sure that your body makes a straight line down from your shoulders, your head and your shoulders down to your feet, or if it's your knees, that's fine too. But you also want to make sure that you're pressing into the floor with all parts of your hand. If you press into the floor with the heel of your hand, your wrist will start to hurt, okay? And you don't want that. 30 seconds is going to start now. Keep breathing. Engage your tummy muscles. Now, if you're pretty strong and you're doing this workout today, go ahead and do a couple of push-ups, right? But this plank is the most important part of learning how to do a really good push-up, because the reason push-ups are really great for the body is that they occur in the plank position. They engage your tummy muscles, and all of the muscles in your tummy, there's a lot more in there than you probably realize. It's not just that muscle along the front part of your body, but you've got muscles on the inside of your rib cage, around your rib cage on the outside. You've got your obliques, you've got the back muscle and the front muscle, and the plank engages all of that stuff together. So keep going. If you're on your knees now, you've got 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now turn your body over. You're on your butt now. Your feet are straight with your heels right together. Your toes are in the air. Your heels are next to each other. Put your hands on the floor with your fingers facing forward. Once again, make sure that you don't put all of the weight of your body on the heel of your hand. Oh, I have a frog in my throat. Hang on 1 second. Okay. So now you're going to lift your butt up into the air once more for a reverse plank or an inversion plank. Okay, so lift your body up and breathe. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. The height of your butt up is going to be sort of indicative of the range that you have in your chest and in the front part of your shoulder muscles. So pay close attention to that. And if you have to take a break, go ahead and take a break. You can sit back down on your butt for a second, but lift back up, right back into the inversion plank. You've got about 10 seconds. And we've got 2 moves after this, by the way. So keep going. The inversion plank is not quite as strong of a plank, if you will, the contraction on your tummy muscles, but this is a really great position for opening up the chest, forcing your body to really open up. It helps respiration. It helps the range that you have in terms of your shoulders and your back. And now we're going to lay your body down. By the way, you're finished with that one. Put your head on the floor and bend your knees. Put your feet on the floor, shoulder width apart. Once again, pinky toes and heels in line. Lift your butt up into the air, into a hip bridge position, and this you're just going to hold. All right, 30 seconds. Time starts now. And you are simply breathing deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth. And you make sure that your toes stay in line with your heels, your pinky toes and heels, and keep your feet on the floor totally. Press into the floor with your toes. Don't let your toes come up. You're doing great. Make sure your body weight is equal on your shoulders, your right shoulder and your left shoulder. And breathe. 5 more seconds. We'll start moving in this position tomorrow. It's the hip bridge position, and I love it as well. Now bring your hands behind your head, keep your feet in the same position, and let's just do a simple crunch to finish it up. All right, so you're gonna take a deep breath in, squeeze your tummy muscles. Now pretend that I'm actually standing over you, and I'm gonna pull you up sternum first with a string wrapped around your sternum. I'm gonna pull your chest up. All right, so look straight up, don't curl your neck. You wanna take a deep breath in, exhale, lift up, and then keep going. Time starts now for 30 seconds. Very nice. Don't stop. And 10 more seconds. Exhale as you lift up. Inhale as you go back down. Make sure you're controlling your body in both directions, by the way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now stand back up. That was your first set. We're going to go right into the second set so that we have enough time to finish and still get you out of here in 15 minutes. My goal every day is to apply 15 minutes of muscle maintenance to your routine in the morning, then go to work or do whatever it is you do, and that's it, right? All right, so let's start marching. High knee march, 30 seconds, time starts now. This is the flow set, so we'll go from this move to the shallow squat or junior squat, then we'll go right back down to the floor, all without stopping in between, like we did last set where there was a lot of instruction, so you got those breaks in between. No breaks now. Okay, so you're swinging your arms forward and back. You've got 10 more seconds to march. Keep marching. Get those knees up really high. If you want to kick your feet out, as we're going to start doing tomorrow, that's fine too. 10 more seconds. Hitting the 12-minute mark here, so we've got 3 minutes to do the rest of this set. Your heart rate will be up a little bit throughout the entire rest of the set. And now plant your feet shoulder width apart. Very good. Keep going. You're doing those shallow squats. Time starts now. Weights in your heels. Make sure you don't let your knees go past the tips of your toes. That's right. I don't know what I would do if someone told me I had to exercise in the gym now. I haven't been in a gym, exercising in a gym, probably for 10 years. And I'm in my 40s. I'm in better shape than I was when I was in my 20s, when I went to the gym all the time. And then a little bit in the 30s, I went to a gym. But for the most part, I hate those facilities. Even when they're really nice, they really just don't appeal to me. Okay, plank on your hands. Let's go down to the floor. All right, time starts now for 30 seconds. You're holding a plank. You're on your toes and your hands. Weight in your whole hand, not just the heel of your hand. Using the top part of your palm and your fingers. You're lining up your hands with your shoulders. You're squeezing your tummy muscles. Squeeze your glutes. Keep breathing. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn your body over. Let's do the inversion plank now. 30 seconds. Time starts now. Remember, your fingers are facing forward. You're pressing into the floor with your entire hand, and your hips are as high as you can get them. Your heels should be right next to each other, toes up in the air, and you're breathing. Again, squeezing those tummy muscles. You've got about 10 more seconds. 2 moves after this. You're doing great. Just going up into the 14th, past the 14-minute mark, into the 15th minute here. So we're going to go over just a couple seconds. Now down on your back, hands down beside your body, feet on the floor, up into your hip bridge. 30 seconds. Time starts now. So as you can see, the workout, if you stick with me the entire week, so we'll do another session for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and each day will get a slight level of difficulty added on to each move. All right, so this is the fundamental building block that you'll be using for each of the moves. Now the basic crunch lasts 30 seconds. Hands wide but behind your head, and come up sternum first, right? Chest first. Look straight up at your ceiling. 30 seconds. Time starts now. So make sure that you do tomorrow's workout, where we take just a slight more difficult approach to each of the moves, and then we'll just get harder and harder and harder, because by Friday I want you to blast your body. And the goal, of course, is that you take each of the moves, you practice them over each of the days, and then you start mastering these exercises so that you don't need me. You can do them. In fact, you can write me and I'll send you a sheet of moves that you can do. And you, as long as you're doing them correctly, you don't even need my voice. But use my voice as your guide so that you can perfect the mechanics of each of the exercises this week. And then we'll go from there. I'm Coach Kim from In Shape Fitness. Thank you so much for listening. I have one request for you. If you have 2 seconds to listen to this, listen up. If you can go to MissionMainStreetGrants.com. So that's MissionMainStreetGrants.com and vote for In Shape. We need 250 votes by this Friday in order to be eligible for a grant from Chase Bank. And thanks again for listening. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.